Uh, First off, I want to give a special shout out to Locast. He probably explained it better than I could about what happened on my hangout. And a lot of people expect me to come back and apologize for what I said. And I said it for a reason, because the dude said something disrespectful about my daughter. And that's the way I reacted. I don't apologize for that stuff. If he had been in my face and I actually murdered the dude, I still wouldn't apologize for it. I'd just do my time and I wouldn't say shit. So just like I said what I said to him, I'm not apologizing for it. And I'm not going to apologize for it. But I appreciate Lowcast for actually explaining it better than I could. But let's get to this. There's a saying by Bob Marley in Redemption Song. There's a line that I've always remembered. He said, "How long will we allow them to kill our prophets while we stand around and look?" And I've always taken that to heart. When you do anything for black people, I mean, really do it. I'm not talking about fleece them out of money, tell them, entertain them and tell them what they want to hear. I mean, really do hardcore work for black people. That's risky. There's probably two ends that can possibly happen, depending on how far over the line that you actually want to step. You're going to wind up poor or you're going to wind up dead. And the further you go out on that limb, out on that pier, the closer you are to winding up dead. So for my sanity and my family's safety, I stay far away from that end of the pier. Because I know at the end of the day, you wind up dead, they'll say a few words at your funeral, but ain't nobody really going to care. And you have to keep another income because you can't. I told this to the angry man. I've told it to a few other people. For me, depending on black folks to actually support their interests or actually spend money on their interests, you're very lucky if that happens. And I know a lot of my brothers that have had to go into other industries, had to find jobs, had to be supported other ways, even though they're doing damn good work for the community and damn good work for their area. Black folks are not going to spend their hard-earned dollars to have it done. I don't know if it's a communal thing or a collective thing where they think that everything that you have belongs to them and they should get it for free. I hear that amongst black businesses, that people walk in, if they see that you're black and you're black, they want to hook up because they don't want to spend all their hard-earned dollars to actually pay for what the service is worth. And 9 times out of 10, what one black person will give to another as far as services is above and beyond what the actual cost is. I can't tell you over the last 30 years how many times I've heard that. So I'm not going to repeat it here. This is why I don't push for donations. I don't push for subscribers. At the very least, the most I ask for is on a live stream, and it's only on a live stream, is for likes. Because I feel at the very least, if you're going to be here watching, the least that you can do for me to actually be here and sitting in that chair is punch a like button. Doesn't take very much. It takes about a tenth of a second to punch a like button. That's all I ask for. And I have to curse people out just for people to hit a like button. Just for a like button. Not money, not contributions, a like button. And the same people show up week after week to my hangouts. Week after week. And they won't hit a like button. Anyway, I do this stuff for free because my partners, several of them have been doing this shit for far longer than I have and have boots on the ground for far longer than I have, say that black people are unwilling to pay for what they need or contribute to what they need. And if you're really doing some honest, hard work for black folks, you better not depend on the income. So the way I structure myself is that I'm going to give it away because I believe black folks have to have it. My partner used to say that he actually written books so cheaply that it's barely above the price of printing because black people needed the information. And even though he knew he wasn't going to make any daggone money off of it. He had to put it out there so that black people could have it because it's something that they need. And I've taken that philosophy. I do this stuff is because this is what black people need. This is what black people have asked for. My Black Gnostic Speaks channel, my Black Gnostic Speaks channel is because I was actually listening to Bar, Stardust, and all the other folks, listening to their content, and they said that they needed more people to come in and contribute because there weren't enough voices out there in the MGTOW sector. But back then, you may have had 20 people in the MGTOW sector, 20 people that are actually putting out content. You got thousands now, but back then you only had 20. So me and a few other MGTOWs actually decided to start putting up content. And at the time, the black MGTOWs that were there, the black MGTOW sector, you can probably count the number of us on one hand that were actually putting up content, and we're taking shots for it. So I started my channel. I started putting up content. I started actually in fact, some of the content is actually still there. I got the channels up. Channel has like 5,000 subscribers. I barely put content on that channel. Basically, I barely even go to it because I don't have time. I might go to my Black Gnostic Speak channel maybe once a month to clean up comments. How I started my Ibmor channel is because Adagon Forest and E40, I think it's E40. Was it E40? I can't remember. I'd have to look up his name. I don't want to, the brother, I apologize if I got your name wrong. Truth 40, the Truth Quad 40. They were coming up with an acronym because Black MGTOW sector was getting hit because MGTOW is majority white, and a lot of your black talking points they don't appreciate. I had a few, Traversable MGTOW and a few others that were white, man, they rock with me no matter what. But there's a whole bunch of others then that you mention anything black about black folks, you get attacked. So Quad 40 and Adagon Forest decided to start up another acronym, which is Ibmor. And they tossed the name around a bunch of times. They finally decided on one. And so they started putting out content. Quad 40 and Adagon Forest put out the Ibmor content. And so they asked me and Black Ram 313, shout out to the brother, if we could come in and rep Ibmor and put out content. So since I already had Black Gnostic Speaks as a channel that was MGTOW, I just used the initials from Black Gnostic Speaks, BGS. For all of you people that wonder what BGS means, it means Black Gnostic Speaks, which is not my name. Okay. It came from my old MGTOW channel. And I just put Ibmor on it to let black folks know that it wasn't a MGTOW channel. And this is an Ibmor channel, so that it has similar content, but actually geared toward black folks. And basically that's what it was supposed to be for, to explore the male-female dynamics for black MGTOWs, or Ibmors as we call it. And that's what the videos are supposed to be about. Quad 40 and Adagon still pretty much do that. But as that went along, other people had other requests about things that they wanted. Because when I first started doing that, I started doing basically the same thing I would do my MGTOW channel. A lot of esoteric masculine work, understanding women from not only a personal point, but an esoteric point, male-female dynamics, that kind of stuff. But there's other questions that actually come up that actually were outside the bounds of just that. So people wanted to know about politics, so I included politics because, before I came on here for 15 years, me and a group actually did geopolitics for, like I said, I think the time I started was like maybe 12, 13 years. We had done geopolitics. So I added politics, and then they wanted to learn about finance. So I added the financial components. So it kind of branched out from there to where it encompasses a whole lot of things that you see now. But the thing is that, one, I didn't do this for ego. Two, I was asked to contribute because that's the whole thing, that they wanted people to come in and contribute. not just sit on the sidelines and view. They wanted people to actually make meaningful content that people could get behind, that would cause people to think. And I wanted to make meaningful content so that people could actually get a different glimpse about how the world works and kind of adjust their worldview to closer to reality for whatever their reality is. Because if you've traded money, traded commodities, traded money, and you've done geopolitics for 10, 12 years, that gives you a unique perspective on the world. And most of the people that I followed, I had to pay for. Okay, I had to pay for this shit. They didn't give it to you for free. I mean, they gave it to you at low cost, because at the time I was studying under Craig Hewlett, that was $150 a month. A month to learn that, to learn that, and then turn around and give it away for free. Like Richard Martin. Richard Martin, he's reasonable, man. I pay $200 a year for Richard Martin to turn around and give what he knows for free. Stratfor. A lot of stuff I learned from Stratfor. Stratfor is $150 a year. But Stratfor, like they say, is the CIA, is the corporate CIA, the CIA of the corporate world. And they have a consumer version that I subscribe to. My Wall Street Journal subscription is $300 a year. But a lot of information is locked up inside the Wall Street Journal. You got to pay for that stuff. Stuff's not free. So the information that I research, the books that I get, and it's not even the time that I put in actually reading this stuff or going back and scanning this stuff so I can actually put it online. And I give it away for free, because if I don't give it away for free, black folks ain't going to pay for it. And if they have to pay for it, they're not going to get it. And if they don't get it, they will continue to chase their tail, which I saw for 30 years. Black folks have chased their tail. And a lot of the reason they chase their tail because the people that actually point black folks in the right directions, they're afraid. They're afraid that they're going to lose their livelihood, or they're going to lose their freedom, or that they're going to be harassed because you're actually guiding the sheep in the right direction. And people that actually know, they've been on the inside, that actually know, man, you know what? I used to get on them before this happened with this and this thing about this dude on my live stream. Before, I used to get mad at professors with PhDs, and I would talking to them, and they know that, I said, dude, you know what's happening. You know the truth. Even if it's anonymous, how come you don't get down and share some of this shit? Because you know. And you know the truth. But the thing is, when you get in front of a conference, you're going to get politically correct, and you're going to, like Tommy J. Curry say, lie, because you need that check. Even though you could actually give them the information that they need to change their lives. And white people too. It ain't just black folks. There's white people up at the top, man, that lie to the commoners, lie to us. Because regardless of how well read I am, how well researched I am, and I'm not as well read as somebody like my esteemed brother Cerulean. Cerulean is much more well read than I am. There's a whole bunch of people that are much more well read than I am. I have one unique talent that they don't have, that I am coming to figure out that it is very rare. Being an analyst is rare. And most people that are analysts work in think tanks. They make $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and they put on a suit and tie, and all they do is read papers and write papers and books and give a speech every now and then, because it's not what they write or what they read, it's their insight into the material. And I used to think that everybody could do this. Unfortunately, everybody can't. And I had to stop pushing people, because I used to think that people were just lazy and they didn't want to read and didn't really want to understand. I had to come to the conclusion that everybody can't do this. And if I don't do it, then nobody's going to do it. And so I've come into this sector of YouTube, which was a mess when I actually came here, and it's still a mess, but it's not as big a mess as it used to be. and interject what I know, what I've read, what I've learned with my unique talent, and give to people what other folks pay billions of dollars for. Stratford makes billions of dollars. Council of Foreign Relations is worth billions of dollars. Have lots of other think tanks that are worth, Harvard, Yale, Stanford. They have think tanks that are worth billions of dollars. And though that information doesn't circulate down to us. And when it does circulate down to us, it's not in a form that you can understand. And I know people that are on that level that have contacted me that would never come down and risk their paycheck to tell you the doggone truth, even though they know it, because that truth is for your betters. It's not for us. And I'm one of the few people that have the talent to actually do this, that's dumb enough, and I'm going to say dumb because I'm a stupid motherfucker, crazy enough to risk their livelihood and possibly their freedom to come down and do this. I expected that if I came online and actually did this, there'd be more people that were out there that actually would come in and help. I never expected to be the only one, other than Cerulean, who I have to commend him for. He's probably the only other one. Now, T West is good. T West does good commentary, but he doesn't do what I do. And Cerulean, he's a scientist, but he's not an analyst. Okay. He's not an analyst. Cerulean is a scientist too. Cerulean is a researcher and a brilliant one. But I'm an analyst. I'm a natural analyst. I was born that way. I think differently than everybody else, which makes me strange. And I've been called weird. I've been called strange. But the reason I haven't gotten into trouble, I wasn't picked on or fucked with, is because I was weird in a way that people actually needed it. So anybody from a gangbanger all the way up to a teacher would talk to me because they wanted to pick my brain. They wanted to pick my insight. A hell of a lot more ways than I actually want to talk about. Okay. A lot more ways than I actually want to talk about, because I've had offers from, up and down the range and from some of the brothers on the other end. But this incident with this shit on the live stream lets me know exactly what they're talking about, why they don't risk their livelihood, why they don't risk their reputation or their paycheck or their position to come down and help. It is because of this. I put out damn near 1,000 videos. I have one 30-second clip because where I'm pissed. Oh, BGS, I don't respect you. BGS, I don't fuck with you. You never fucked with me in the first place. You never rode with me in the first place. The people that ride with me are still riding with me. They may have liked or disliked whatever it is that I said or whatever I said that is disturbing. It might even been disturbing. Now, if you just clicked in, that's the first thing you heard, I'd understand. But you niggas have been with me for 2 years, 3 years. You've sitting at my table. You've eaten what I put on the table, burped, walked off. Basically for most of you guys didn't contribute a cent. And I never expected you to contribute a cent. But now this is what you're going to judge me on. Well, I don't rock with you because of what you said. You know what? I don't care. And I've said that. If I said that to my ladies, they didn't really understand when I said, I don't care. I really don't give a damn, because it is YouTube. And I treat it like that. I treat it like it's online. And they didn't understand why I said that. Then when I put it out there, I say what I say. I say it the way I need to say it. I put the information out that I need to put out for a reason. And after that, I don't care. And they thought I was being insensitive. I care about my people. I don't care about their opinions. I really don't care about their feelings, because if their opinions and feelings really mattered, then I couldn't do this, because I'd be afraid how I would be judged. And if I'm afraid how I'm going to be judged, then I can't put out the information I need to put out, because 90% of that stuff is unpopular at the time I put it out. And trust and believe, my comment section, when I used to put out stuff that's unpopular, it'd be flooded. Now, not only by black folks, but white folks. Trust and believe, there's a sector of white folks that don't say anything, that are sub to me, look at my shit, don't say a word, because it is a Ibmor channel. May not even like me, but they rock with the information. At the end of the day, from the very beginning, I told everybody, I do not give a damn what you think about me. I don't give a damn whether you respect me, because people think I need your respect. I don't need your respect. I don't need you to like me. I appreciate people that do. I appreciate people that respect me. I appreciate people that rock with me. My day ones, I love my day ones. Up, down, sideways. They've been with me because they're real. And the cat's talking about, I don't respect you and I don't like you for this, that, and the other. You're not real. I'm a loner by nature. I don't like the spotlight. That's just me by nature. I don't like the spotlight. I don't like the spotlight because I don't like what comes with it. This is what comes with it, because now everybody, well, you said this and you need to, I don't need to explain shit. That's why, I appreciate Lowcast for standing in for me. I appreciate other people that have said things, they actually stand in for me. But because they know me personally, I don't care. Because I know that you're not here because you like me. You're not on my channel talking to me because you like me. You're on my channel is because I'm giving you something that you can't get any place else, because if you could, you would not rock with me. You wouldn't fuck with me. I know this, which is why I don't ask for subscribers. You never hear me tell you, a lot of YouTube says you should remind people to like, share, and subscribe. I never say that, because the information is what it is how it comes out. And if you don't think it's valuable, you will go someplace else. I have people that have cussed me out, and I see them in my comment section 3 months later. In fact, email me, unblock me. Why should I unblock you? I thought you were done with me. The reason you're not done with me because if I leave, and trust and believe, especially after this, if I really thought about it, a lot of other, even people that didn't like whatever I said or said they don't respect me, guess what they said? They still rock with me, because they don't want me to get pissed and basically shut down the channel and leave. Why? Because if I leave, number one, there is nobody to take my place. And the folks that are already jittery about coming down to help, that actually do have the information or have the same or greater knowledge than I have, if you drive me off, guess what they're not going to do? They're not coming down here and risking their reputation and risking their job and their livelihood to come down and talk to y'all or drop videos for y'all. And basically, if I leave and I leave in a huff, guess what I'm going to tell them? If I were you, I wouldn't come down and do it either, unless you like abuse. When I came on to YouTube, somebody pop up a live stream, they have 1 or 2, maybe 3 people talking, and you had to ask for the link. And if they didn't know you, you couldn't get on. If they didn't know you, you couldn't get on. And I thought that was wrong. If somebody's going to listen into you, they should have the ability to access. I learned that from the old Art Bell show. He gave out the number and he didn't have a screener. Whoever called, he picked up the phone. That was it. You had a conversation. He only did it for 2 or 3 minutes, one at a time. From the very first hangout that I did a test just to see what would happen. 50 people show up. I dropped a link. 4 or 5 people got on with me, which I thought was shocking at the time, because nobody had ever done it. So ever since then, people asked me, when is the next hangout? Because they were so interested in having a hangout conversation with me. So I made it once a week. And a lot of people said I should close it down, only invite certain people on, and limit the number of people that actually come on, and actually shorten the time. I've never done that, because I've always felt if you thought enough to actually be a sub to my channel, just like my teacher, Dadisi, smartest man I've ever known, greatest man I've ever personally met. He accepted anybody that came. He never advertised. He never promoted. He showed up, and whoever shows up, that's who he taught. I don't advertise my channel. I've never advertised my channel. People say, how come you don't advertise on Facebook or Twitter or this, that, or the other? Or promote yourself. My channel is built on word of mouth. Always has been. And on my live streams, my hangouts, I drop the link. Whoever shows up, shows up. Whoever comes in, comes in. And whatever they want to talk about, that's what we talk about. Because I just had the discussion with an offshoot of my group. Well, how come you don't limit? How come we don't talk about this? How come you don't talk about that? How come you let these people on and not let this thing kind of run amok? I said, because it's their time. If they want to mudsling for 8 hours, it's their time. I try to tamp it down to where it doesn't get completely out of hand. Whatever you want to talk about, you want to talk about. The last live stream I did is because I wanted for a specific reason. And when I dropped the link, it branched out into other stuff. But the thing is, because it's free, because it's accessible, you guys come in and not respect it because you don't feel that you have to. And maybe you don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe I should just cut it off. The strange thing that I found with this stuff. So I expected, well, everybody's saying they don't rock with me. Everybody's saying they don't respect me, blah, blah, blah. I always thought my subscriber count would actually go down. It went up. Strange thing. It went up. Black YouTube, sometimes I don't really understand them. But I'm going to say this, because this is rambling, but I'm going to get it off my chest. Y'all got this twisted. You got this twisted. You think that I need an audience. You think that I'm doing this for ego. You think that I'm doing this for money. So you get on and you think you have some power over me to make me say something, make me change something because you said you're going to unsubscribe. You say that you don't respect me. You said that you don't like what I said, this, that, or the other. You know what? I say, fine, because you're not the first. And I told my ladies know, there's at least 1 or 2 times, probably even more, that every subscriber that I've ever had got pissed off at me, probably cursed me out under their breath, and probably out loud, that I said or did some shit that they didn't like. If you're a sub, you've been rocking with me, and I ain't pissed you off at least once, then I'm not doing my job, because I'm going to say shit that I think needs to be said, that I need to be pushed, whether you believe it or not. And regardless of whether you respect me, like me, fuck with me, subscribe to me, whatever the fuck ever, my fucking track record speaks for itself. It ain't about what you think. It ain't about what you feel. It's the goddamn scoreboard. The videos are up. Whatever I said is out there. Now, either it's right or it's wrong. If what I say is invalid, you need to unsubscribe and never come back. I've been in hangouts with people that have a beef with me, that says I'm full of shit, and I'll say something and you'll say, you know what, that's what I heard, or that's what I found out, or you're right about that. In fact, I had just had a commentator. I did a video I did like a year ago about the black matriarchy, and everybody said I was full of shit. You know what the fuck you're talking about? That's not true, blah, 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 blah. In fact, I might even pull up the quote. They said I am an anthropologist, probably a PhD. And what you said about matriarchies is spot on. Most people don't understand that a matriarchy is not an opposite of a patriarchy, that it's a different structure. And everybody at the time that didn't know what they were talking about, straight up and down disagreed with me, men, women included. And the people that know don't often come down and actually, give a nod. And I do this for free. You didn't pay for it. I didn't ask you to pay for it. I didn't ask you to subscribe. I didn't ask you to like it, other than the live stream, because I think at the very least, that's the least that you can do. That's the only time I even ask for a like. Everybody asks, say, hit the bell, subscribe, donate to the channel. And you know what? And I've told people this on air, and I've told it, in private. They told me that I give so much away for free that people don't even realize that what I give away for free, they ask people to pay for it. And I said, you know what? You make them pay for it. I tell, no, don't give it away for free. You make them pay for it. I said, because niggas don't appreciate free. You make them pay for it. I tell all of them that. I tell Angry Man, you make them pay for it because they appreciate it more if they have to dig in their pocket. I don't do it is because what was given to me was basically free. I could never, there was not enough amount of money for me to pay for what I received from my teachers. I'm not talking about my college or high school. I'm talking about my personal teachers. I could never repay them. I could never pay them enough. So I come down to you guys. I'm going to even see down because I think I'm one of you. Well, BGS, do you have a PhD? No, I ain't got no goddamn PhD. Well, BGS, what do you do real? And it's none of your goddamn business what I do in real life. Well, BGS, blah, blah, blah. It's none of your goddamn business. The information is here. Either you rock with it or you don't. If you can't use it, it don't resonate with you, it's not valuable to you, pass up on it because you didn't donate for it. You didn't give me $1 for it. You didn't promote it. There's people that come to me on a regular basis. Can I use this for a book? Can I put this on my channel? Can I put this information out? Blah, blah. I say, you know what? Anything I put out, you're welcome to use. People that I don't fuck with anymore have asked me, can I use this shit? Can I use your information? It's out there because my mission is to share it with my people, give them what they need. I think it was one hangout, man. I spent 2.5 hours, man, on astrology. Most folks that I know that do this shit for a living, that's $20 per person. I did it for like 30 people. That's $20 per person that you just give knowledge away, and knowledge in a sense where they can actually use it and understand it, because most astrology teachers don't actually get into the esoteric to where you can actually understand it. What I did for them, you cannot hear it anyplace else. It's especially for free. You can't hear my channel anyplace else, paid for or not. This is the only place you're going to hear it, and you hear it for free. And you motherfuckers don't even fucking respect it enough to actually take the information and go on your merry way. If you don't like it, bounce. YouTube is a big place. You ain't got to come to my channel deriding me. A lot of people, I said that, and this is the reason I never wanted my channel to grow past 500 subscribers. This is the very reason. People look at the subscriber list and see it's over 20,000 and their eyes get big. I appreciate I have that many subscribers. I'm humbled that I have that many subscribers. But at the end of the day, they're not a community that I interact with all the time in the physical world. I'm humbled. I appreciate them. I appreciate every subscriber that I have. But at the end of the day, it's just a number to me. And I had to look at I looked at a video by a brother that was actually, and I'm gonna shout out to Rusty Balls. I'm gonna give him a shout out. And it wasn't a negative video. It wasn't a positive video. In fact, I think he sided with the other brother more than me. But he actually brought to my attention how important that subscriber count actually was, because it didn't mean anything to me. That 23,000 subscribers means the same to me as the 500. 300 people watching me on a live stream, it means the same to me as when I had my initial hangout and had 30 to 50 people. It's the same to me. BGS, why don't you reveal your face? If BGS, you showed your face and did this, that, and the other, you get more subscribers, make more money. I'm not in it for that. Well, BGS, you're hiding yourself and this, that, and the other. People have already doxed me. The people that doxed me, and that people doxed me when I had 1,000 subscribers. I was doxed and I had less than 1,000 subs. And Ramble said the exact same thing. People tried to dox him, and he had problems. He had 200 subscribers. Guess what they found? Everything that I've been saying about my life is true. What they found out is that the stuff that I put here on YouTube is nothing compared to all the other stuff that I had done before. People that don't necessarily like me or don't rock with everything I say, man, they're asking me, brothers that don't necessarily rock with me, or asking me when am I going to finish my book study on Patreon. And they want to have that conversation about the book. Or when am I going to put the other book? Because I was going to do another book study about Churchward's book, the Evolution and Origin of Religions, which is a very difficult book to get through. When am I going to finish my stuff on Tragedy and Hope, which is another very difficult book to get through, because you have to be an analyst to actually understand what he's talking about. And one brother said anybody could just get in the library, pick up some books, and do this. And I have to say respectfully, man, bullshit. There's very few people that can actually do this shit, man. And reading helps, but reading is not going to get you there. Everybody that picks up a math book can't do quantum mechanics. It's only a few niche people that can actually do it, that have the talent to get that far. And picking up 1 million books is not going to help you. Millions of people read Tragedy and Hope well before I did. Very few people actually understand the goddamn book. Very few people understand the book. Millions of people actually read the Moynihan Report. Millions. They know who Moynihan is. They read the report. Millions of them. One of the most famous documents in the United States, Moynihan Report on the Negro family. Millions. It's been there for 50 years. Everybody knows about it. That was the #1 most requested video that I have for the people that have seen it. I asked people where they found me. A lot of people said they found me through the Moynihan Report. Men Fight Theology and Esoteric Wisdom has been around for 30, 40,000 years. Everybody knows about Jung and Freud. You know, you have hundreds of thousands of people who graduate a psychology degree. Nobody breaks that shit down the way I do, because they're not an analyst. Not that they're not talented, not that they're not smart, they're not an analyst. And the very few people that are work on Wall Street, or they work in an advertising agency, or they're on a think tank, or they're in politics as advisors. Because when I talk to these guys on the phone or in passing, they said, "Where's your degree and how you know so much? How come I never heard of you?" I hear a lot of people that offline tell me that a lot of people rock with my information. They might not like the people I rock with. You know, I'm not going to say, most people have problems with my live stream or my hangouts because they think it should be structured. But a lot of people take my information. They actually use that shit. They pass it around. A lot of people that are in academia, man, I drop a video, they pass it around their circle. One is because it's fresh. And number 2, I say shit that they can't. And I've actually told that to a few people that have PhDs, man, don't come down here and do this and risk your reputation on this. I told them, man, don't come down here. Keep your spot. I told them, don't come down here with that. Don't come down here in here with me. I do it because this is my mission in life, is to do this, is to give back. I mean, literally give back. Because trust and believe, you got what little AdSense money I get, man, is not nearly enough for the frustration and irritation that I get. It's not nearly enough for the other stuff, the other people that are higher up that do stuff in the background. And even now, there's only so much that I'm going to tell you, because there's no way in hell I'm going to risk my livelihood and the livelihood of my children and my grandchildren for people that really don't even like me. Once I wrap up, or I think I've wrapped up what I needed to say, and I close my channel and I take my library, because it doesn't mean anything to me, because what I've said is in my head. And the people that do collect my library, because there's people that they're in the background, man. When my day ones, there's a few of them that collect, that actually have archived my stuff. Wherever they archived, I have no idea where it is, but they've archived it. They have that stuff. And I've had requests by other people in academia to actually archive my stuff and actually send them a hard drive with all my stuff. And when I get ready to wrap up my channel, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download everything that I have, put them on a few hard drives, and I'm going to mail them out to the people that actually requested them. And that's going to be it. And good luck finding somebody else to come in and take my place. Because if it was up to me right now, and I had to think about it, that's why I want to thank Rusty Balls and Lowcast and a couple of others. to talk me down off the ledge. Because trust and believe, man. I said, you know what? I said, you know what I should do? I should put my whole channel on private. Just put all my videos and everything on private, and for like a 90-day hiatus, man, and get away from this shit. Just get away from it. And I was really seriously considering doing that. Just getting. I'm not making $30,000 a month like Phil or Ami or whoever else is out there. I'm not making that kind of money. I'm not making enough to get competent. Not even I would make more in being a security guard or a greeter at Walmart for the hours that I put in. I would make more as a greeter at Walmart, take a lot less headache, spend the same amount of time, be happier than doing this at a lot less risk. But anyway, Lowcast, this is for you. I appreciate it. A few of my day ones and my riders, I appreciate it. Char Willie, Angry Man Cerulean, love you. Black Brain Trust, I fuck with you, even though you can't stand my ass. And a few other brothers that probably don't want to be mentioned, because I got brothers that email me shit on the daily, share my shit on the daily, that behind the scenes that tell me I need to just calm down, man, and keep doing what I'm doing and leave other folks alone. But from now on, man, you know what? I'm gonna take their advice. I'm not gonna come down, and I'm not gonna beef with you guys. But I'm gonna say this. As far as, I have live streams come up on the weekend. You guys come in and cut up. You come in disrespectful. You come in with some bullshit. The live streams are for you. But you come in with some bullshit, you know what? I will cut the live stream off, and I will never do another one. If you enjoy them, if you enjoy listening to them, you enjoy what the conversations that we have, the least you can do if you're going to come into my house and have a conversation with me is calm your ass down and be respectful, whether you respect me or not. Because if I came to your hangout and start talking to you, I have to act right. When I come into your house, I act right. If you can't get with that, you can't do that. I'm going to do what the old prophets do. I'm going to take my stone tablets and go back up the hill, like Lowcast says. And I'm going to put out exactly what I want to put out, regardless of what you say, and let everything else be damned. Anyway, that's all I got. I probably rambled long enough. Yeah, well over it. This is BGS out, and I will see you guys hopefully on the next one. Peace.